what's up, Sat Sri Akal. This is Samarth Kagdiyal. So guys, Warren Buffett, considered the greatest stock market investor of all time. He's a billionaire. He is the third richest man in the world right now. He will soon be the second richest because Jeff Bezos and his wife, they are undergoing a divorce. Anyways, now Warren Buffett is a very rich man. He is a very wise man, and he is also a very funny man.
You ought to be happy where you are working, and I always worry about people who say, you know, I'm going to do this for 10 years. I really don't like it very well, and then I'll do 10 more years of this. And I mean, that's a little like saving up sex for your old age. I mean, not a very good idea.
He is 88 years old today, and even at this age, he appears in the media frequently. He is giving interviews. He appears in his annual shareholders meeting. So for an 88 years old, one can easily make the argument that Warren Buffett is a pretty healthy guy for an 88 years old. So, you know, I mean, you would be correct to assume that if he is healthy at 88, then this means that, you know, for many years he must have been exercising. For many years he must have eaten the right diet, the correct diet. That's why he has been able to maintain a good health even at such an old age, right? Wrong. Warren Buffett eats a high sugar and a high salt diet. He drinks 5 cans of Coca-Cola a day. And mind you, this is not Diet Coke that we are talking about here, okay? His favorite Coke is Cherry Coke. Cherry Coke India mein milta bhi nahi hai. Cherry Coke is found it's available in the US, it's available in the Europe. So he drinks a lot of Coke.
He was recently quoted saying, "I eat like a 6-year-old." Buffett has said he regularly drinks 6 Cokes a day, enjoys Utz potato sticks and ice cream. His company, Berkshire Hathaway, owns some other favorites of his, including Dairy Queen and See's Candies.
And for your general knowledge, Warren Buffett is also an investor in the Coca-Cola company. So Warren Buffett's company, Berkshire Hathaway, it owns, I think, around 9% or 10% of the Coca-Cola company. So he is a part owner of the company. And then on top of that, he is also, I would say, probably the greatest consumer for Coke, and he is also the greatest salesman for Coke. I mean, you look at most of his media appearances, he always carries a bottle of Coca-Cola with him or a can of Coke with him, you know? So he's selling his product, he's a salesman. And he also likes to eat a lot of McDonald's, a lot of ice cream, a lot of candies. In fact,
for breakfast, Buffett goes to McDonald's. He either has, if the market is down, he'll have just 2 sausage patties. If the market's flat, sausage McMuffin with egg and cheese. If the market's up, bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit.
Good morning. Thank you for choosing McDonald's. Go ahead and order whenever you're ready.
I'll have a sausage McMuffin with egg and cheese.
Anything else?
That's it. Thank you.
so how the hell has Warren Buffett been able to live such a healthy life with such a poor diet? I mean, how? So first of all, understand this. Warren Buffett is an exception to the rule, okay? He is an exception. What is the rule? The rule is that if you eat junk and if you eat like sugary drinks like Coca-Cola, then and you do it on a consistent basis, then forget about living up to your 80s or 90s. You will probably die in your 40s. So Warren Buffett is an exception. It is the same story like there was a chain smoker, a cigarette smoker who lived up to 120 years old. So, you know, people look at him, and if they make the conclusion that, hey, this man is a chain smoker and he has been able to live up to 120 years old, so this means smoking can't be that bad. Well, then they are making the wrong conclusion, because this person was an exception to the rule. What is the rule? Well, the rule is that if you smoke, then in general, for the majority of people, you are reducing your lifespan. That is the rule. And these people are exceptions to the rule, outliers. So what is then the secret behind Warren Buffett's incredible health? Is it good genetics? Maybe, maybe not. We don't know. What we know for sure is that he does not come from a family of athletes for sure. Is it because he does a lot of physical exercise in order to keep himself fit? Well, what we do know is that his doctors recommended him in old age that you need to start exercising now if you want to live a long life. And so we know for sure that he has been exercising in his old age, but has he been exercising for a lot of years? No. So then what is the secret? Well, there are two. And trust me, people who have studied Warren Buffett or who know about Warren Buffett, they know about these two things. But I don't think people appreciate the importance of these two factors in living a healthy life. So, telling you about secret number one. Well, to put it plainly, the secret number one is that Warren Buffett is a very happy man. Now, don't get mistaken and think, yaar, if I have $70 billion, then I would also be a very happy man. Dude, you're missing the point completely. Okay, Warren Buffett, from a very, very young age, Warren Buffett knew that he was interested in the stock market. He knew that he wanted to go into stock market investing. He bought his first stock at the age of 11, when he was 11 years old. His entire life, the last 60-70 years, he has been doing what he loves. And on top of that, for most of his career, he has also been his own boss. I mean, he did work for other people, but at the age of, I think, 26 or 27, he started his own firm, his own partnership firm. And then a few years down the line, he purchased this company called Berkshire Hathaway. And he has been its CEO and chairman ever since.
The important thing to do is to look for the job you would take if you didn't need a job. And life is wonderful then. I mean, you jump out of bed in the morning because you're really looking forward to the day. I have, for over 60 years, been able to tap dance to work just because I'm doing what I love doing. And I just feel very, very lucky.
So consider this. First of all, you know what you love. Most of the people fail at this step only. They have no clue about what they love. So you know what you love, then you make it your career. That's what you do for a living. And then on top of that, it's not as if you love that work, but you're working for someone else. No, you are your own boss. You're working for yourself. When you have those three factors, when you have those three things figured out, trust me, you are a much, much happier person. And the engineers watching this know what I'm talking about. So Warren Buffett has been a very happy man. He is a man who is in love with his life, and he has been this way before he became a billionaire. In fact, he has said the same exact thing in his interviews also.
I drink probably 5 12-ounce Cokes a day, and that's about 700 calories. And I've been doing it more or less all my life. I can't imagine anybody that feels better than I do. I mean, I'm happy, I enjoy life.
So that's the first reason, that he has always been a very happy man. The second reason is more interesting. For the last 60-70 years of his life, Warren Buffett, even though he might not have been doing physical exercise, but he still has been exercising the most important muscle of the body. Well, technically speaking, the most important organ. Charlie Munger, who is the right-hand man of Warren Buffett, he is Warren Buffett's business partner. He has famously said that if we look at Warren Buffett's career, then 70 to 80% of his time he has spent only in reading and thinking. Reading and thinking. Now, those are two activities which exercise the mind. So even though he might not have been doing physical exercise, he has been consistently over the years exercising the most important muscle of the body, the brain. It is no wonder that both Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger are considered by many people as they are considered some of the wisest people who are alive today. It's no coincidence. In fact, Warren Buffett himself says that I just sit in my office and I read all day. I read 500 or more pages per day. And mind you, he is not reading gossip magazines. He is not reading Playboy. He is reading business newspapers. He is reading business magazines. He is reading the annual reports of various businesses. That's what he is reading. And most importantly, he also thinks.
I like to sit and think. And I spent a lot of time doing that. And sometimes it's pretty unproductive, but I find it enjoyable to think about, particularly about business or investment problems.
I'll tell you what, everyone thinks. Everyone thinks. But the majority of your thoughts, I would say 95% of your thoughts during the day, they are subconscious thoughts. Subconscious thoughts as in ये autopilot वाले thoughts हैं. They come automatically without you making any conscious effort. So these thoughts do not comprise any exercise. Okay, that sort of thinking is not any exercise to the mind. What is an exercise to the mind is when you sit and you consciously think about something. You are consciously thinking about a particular topic. That's what exercises the mind. And trust me, it is not an easy thing. In fact, I would like to share this famous quote with you, which says that 2% of the people think, 3% of the people think they think, and 95% of the people would rather die than think. And do you know what is the end result when you have been exercising your mind for many years? What is the end result? The end result is that your mind is still young. Your mind is still sharp. And if you do not believe me, here is Warren Buffett, probably 85 years of age in this video, doing some mental calculations that I'm guaranteeing you even you would not be able to do. Just watch this.
Now, if you take 1 penny and get 1 penny extra, that's $18 million a day. And 18 million times 365 is 7 billion, 3 less 730 billion, or $6,570 million. So annually, $6,570 million from 1 penny.
So when you are in love with your life, you are very happy doing something that you love. You are your own boss. You do not work for someone else. You work for yourself. And then you have exercised your mind over the years. You maintain a healthy mind. You maintain an active mind. What do you think is the end result of all this? The end result is longevity. You get to live a healthy life even when you are in your 80s or 90s. Warren Buffett is 88 years old today. His partner, Charlie Munger, who shares almost the exact same traits with him, he is 95 years old today. And you get all this even if you have compromised on your diet. Have you heard that saying, what's on your mind is on your body? That saying is true. It's true for Warren Buffett and it is also true for you. So guys, that's all for the day. To be honest with you, I myself am a big fan of Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger. Trust me guys, the more you learn about them, the more you will fall in love with them. They are that kind of people. So do leave a like if you enjoyed the video, do leave a comment, do subscribe to my vlog if you have not already. I will see you very soon in the next edition of Frivolous Fridays. This is Kagdiyal, signing out.